is a factor of the fact that both of these players had very severely hampered economies in the beginning of the game, and Backho just used his economy to the advantage, building lots of zealots in the beginning, going for the attack at exactly the right opponent, which was Zergbong. Very good game sense there. It looks like 2 more lings coming out for Zergbong before he dies. And this shuttle could get picked off by Backho. That was Oops' shuttle. Looks like it doesn't get picked off, but that was very close. Oops probably has 2 Reavers inside that shuttle. And Backho with very, very good anticipation there, anticipating that those would be coming out. Meanwhile, though, the Reavers are out. Looks like Oops is going to try to break out of his base, but those Reavers are in a terrible position. They're not firing just yet. They need to move forward to fire. And Backho has a lot more Dragoons, so need to get forward. Looks like they're finally in firing position, in range of those Dragoons, and they're going to be able to... Looks like it's such a close battle right now. I really can't tell who's going to win. Looks like Oops, as actually with those 4 reinforcing Dragoons, he actually takes the battle. So now he could push forward here with his Dragoons and his 2 Reavers. Meanwhile, just a couple of drones left for Tosky. Tosky is for Zergbong. Zergbong is basically out of the game, and so is Tosky, of course. So, complete Protoss versus Protoss game here. Dragoons and Reavers are what we're going to see. And now the last drones are like, WTF, mate, where do we go? And they're going to go nowhere. Looks like Oops trying to push up here, but his units are in a terrible configuration there. He's not going to be able to push up. And, once again, Backho sneaking a Zealot into Oops' base. He's been very good at doing that so far. 2 Reavers now pushing up and getting 2 free hits on Backho's Dragoons. But looks like Backho actually pushing forward the attack. He has very good game sense here. He knows Oops does not have a lot of Dragoons protecting those Reavers. He takes down the shuttle, and he might take down both of these Reavers. He takes down both of these Reavers. Absolutely great push there by Backho. Normal Protoss players would have retreated, having no Reavers against your enemy's 2 Reavers and shuttle. But Backho having absolutely great precision timing there, knowing when to push forward, and took down Oops' army. And really, I have to say, that was poor play by Oops. He went forward way too far without enough supporting forces, and he paid for it severely. Now he's once again contained inside of his base, and that's absolutely terrible for him. Now Backho has his own Reavers, and is he going to break the front? He might be able to break the front with just this 1 Reaver. Looks like he's getting some very key scarabs off on Oops' forces, but Oops losing another Dragoon there. Oops does not have a Reaver of his own, but looks like the Reaver from Backho is very injured right now. That's excellent shuttle control. That is what Oops should have done when he was being attacked there about half a minute ago. He should have gotten the Reavers into the shuttle and pulled back and retreated and fired. That's how you micro your shuttle and Reavers, but he definitely did not do that. He got everything picked off very, very quickly because of it. And it seems that Backho is now expanding to his natural expansion. He has this game firmly in his hands right now. I think basically he's at an overwhelming lead right now because he's killed off the Reaver and the 2 Reavers and the shuttle from Oops, and Oops is not going to be able to expand. He's contained in his base, and both players are getting mined out inside of their main bases, and Oops will not be able to get his second base to replenish this. Backho with a nice concave formation there at the exit ramp, and since, basically because of that concave, it's going to be very, very difficult for Oops to come down the ramp and do anything at this point. Backho dropping a Reaver and getting a free shot. Very nice work there. Just trying to kill off the shields of these Dragoons, and managing to goad them to coming down again. They're going to just get killed here by these Reavers. That's poor control by Oops. Not doing any damage. Backho with a nice retreat there, actually making that Scarab a dud, so he just does not take any damage, and he managed to pick off 2 or 3 Dragoons there of Oops. And I have to say, not to make fun of him or anything, but Oops does not deserve the name Oops. if by that you mean Oops Reach. He does not deserve to be sharing half a name with Reach, because his play so far has not been nearly Reach's level, I have to say. I've never seen a game that he's played so far. This is my first time, and I am underwhelmed by his play. Just not very good Protoss versus Protoss play. I think they should play Reach at every time for the Protoss, but that's just my personal opinion. Of course, the fact that both of the KTF players went for such all-in rushes in the beginning certainly explains partially why Backho has managed to come back in a 2v2 and basically take a dominant lead. He would not have been able to do that if his partner just died through a normal means, with both of the KTF players going for normal builds. But since he went for all-in rush builds, it's not that great of an accomplishment. However, it still is impressive. Just because with double the number of players, even if they have in total the same economy as you do, they have double the number of hands, they have double the number of mouses, so they can micro their units a lot better than you can. Even say, if you have your own Nexus with 6 probes and your opponents only have 3 probes each and 2 bases, they're still stronger than you. Of course, they're also going to be able to get more probes and eventually mine much quicker than you. And Backho has shown that was not a factor. He made the absolutely correct response by killing Zergbong off first. And Zergbong, now out of the game, is unable to do anything for his partner. Looks like Oops is actually trying to sneakily ferry some of his Dragoons, sorry, his Reavers down, but looks like he is going to get spotted by one of the observers of Backho. Now Oops trying to storm down the ramp. I don't think this is going to work, though, against this double envelopment concave here from Backho. Absolutely great positioning here, and looks like he's managing to lead Oops down into a valley of death here. Down the valley of death rode the Brave 600, but just like the Light Brigade, looks like the Dragoons of Oops are going to get slaughtered, just like the Dragoons of the British Light Brigade in the charge down the Valley of Death. And that was basically absolutely unsuccessful for Oops. Oops is basically out of this game now. He's going to be completely mined out. He could just GG right now. He's out of Reavers once again, out of shuttles. And Backho has basically managed to create an impossible situation for him to get out of. Really, he doesn't have the minerals, he doesn't have the resources in general to go for any other attack like Templar attack to try to storm down this ramp. Use Cyanic Storm, I mean. And right now, moving down it is just going to be suicidal. Absolutely suicidal. So yeah, basically this game is over, and this is, we're just gonna wait until Backho musters up a lot more resources and probably gets close to maxing out, and then he's gonna storm up the ramp. Right now, he can't storm up the ramp easily either. However, he can just expand around the map and get as big of his economy as he wants. And that one pesky drone still alive from Zergbong, but it's not gonna do anything. And yeah, Backho has Reavers. I think only one Reaver now out for Oops. Oops has just lost 5 or 6 Reavers in this game so far. So pretty much this game is just a waiting game right now. I'm definitely excited about Backho July, though. I think Backho has shown some moments of brilliance this year, as Kleisert likes to say. I don't want to copy too much of their sayings, but it's inevitable sometimes to end up sounding like them. But he's had his moments of brilliance. He has had very good play. However, I still have to put him as a strong underdog behind July. I am definitely going to be rooting for July, and I think July is just going to be much better against a Protoss player than Backho can play against Zerg. July's best matchup, I believe, is against Protoss, and Backho's worst one is against Zerg, so that definitely does not bode well for him, and July has just been also playing very, very well recently. He has more experience than Backho, of course. He has 2 OSL titles already, and he managed to beat Rock very, very easily in the round of 8. Meanwhile, it looks like Backho now with his own shuttle, perhaps trying to get into Oops' base and finally finishes off. Oops with just 2 Reavers. Really, there's absolutely nothing he can do. He's completely mined out. I'm surprised he doesn't just storm down and just call GG after he loses. There's really no chance for him to live. Yeah, he might as well just use the probes also to try to go all in here. Looks like Zergbong not even bothering to move anything. I don't think he has any units left. So he's just going to take it easy, just like Tosky is. Maybe after Oops loses, he can ask for allied victory with Backho because his partner was so bad. JK, just like people do in Battle.net and 2v2s. My ally sucked. Allied victory, please. I don't want to ruin my record. Alright, so now looks like Oops is going to go for the final bonsai attack here. His troops are going to march down the Valley of Death once again. His shuttle immediately getting sniped off by Backho. And just look at that, they're getting killed the moment they come down. 1 Reaver taken out, but Backho still has plenty of forces. There's no way possible for Oops to come down this ramp. And this is going to be a good game here. I'm just waiting for him to type it in. And actually Zergbong types it in for them. KTF is out of the game, and Backho winning a nice 2v1 there. So this was requested by 5 or 6 viewers. I hope you guys enjoy this commentary. The second half of the game was not necessarily the most exciting game I've casted, but well, I hope I made the I hope I've shown that I made the best I can. Oh, and look at that, Backho's delicate hand getting injured there a little bit with a dap, a little Obama-like dap there between the 2 Lecaf 2v2 players. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoy this commentary. I will be casting either by myself or with someone else the round of 4, the semifinals between July and Backho in 2 days. So look forward to those. I don't think I'm going to be casting many other games between then because I'm going to be busy with preparations for the holiday. But hope you guys have a good holiday. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive and all that. Really, that's not cool. And yeah, all right. This is Cholerasc signing off.